Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a new episode of Armstrongs Army. If you're not caught up with the series, go check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then welcome back to today's episode. Today, again, sadly, no guest player, but we will have one coming very, very soon. But we do, of course, still have plenty to do and achieve while trying to crack on with games in general. So Eze, yet again, sadly, is going to be missing from today's episode, but hopefully soon, as I say, hopefully soon, we'll be able to play against someone and potentially bring him in. So had some suggestions from people for some ways to get some more cards included or ways to get upgrades and things on people. Depending on certain achievements from players, they'll be able to be given a chem style of some sort, and that'll be super helpful to build the team and make them better anyway. But something that is obviously very, very obvious to talk about is the chem style on Armstrong. At the end of last episode, he finished on 22 goals, which means he is only 3 goals away from being able to add a chem style to him. And as soon as we get a hunter card on Armstrong, I think the series will get a little bit easier for us. But my thought process is if we can bag maybe a goal with a midfielder and then win a game, maybe they can get themselves a little chem style. And of course, as well, you may notice I got some other players creeping into the reserves here. So a win today in the episode at any point, and we can add either Chloe Kelly or Dewsbury Hall. Now, Chloe Kelly, for those who don't know, QPR fan, and also played in the QPR women's team for a while as well. I think through like the youth system potentially, and I think she played for the main women's team at some point. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. And Dewsbury Hall, just as a championship card, could be somebody we can bring in and maybe help with some chemistry down the line. But again, for now, these are cards that will go to the bench with a win today. So I think Kelly will be the first card that we look to bring into the bench. And my thought process will be that we maybe look to bring her on as a centre forward option at like a half time, either for like a Willock if we're looking for a goal, or if we don't mind losing the pace and dribbling that Smith provides, maybe to bring her on as the right centre forward choice. And then Dewsbury Hall would just be a great person to bring on in the midfield, much like we have Leroy Fer. Hopefully we actually get to use him today. For those who missed it, we played an extra game because we got a rage quit, and yeah, we were comfortably beaten by halftime, so we didn't really get to appear. But hopefully today we can pick things up a little bit, get some wins. Let's find out. Let's get into it. Come on, boys. Let's go. Okay, our opponent for our first game has been found. Let's see what we're up against. Let's find out how bad we've got it today. And hopefully it won't be an absolute riot for them. But Kobel, good keeper. Bundesliga defense, Bundesliga attack with some Prem midfield vibes. Although there is actually some Prem defense in there as well. Okay. Let's just try our best, boys. The best is all I can do. Let's hope that the best is good enough today. Come on, boys. Let's go. Okay, I can see the game plan here from him. It's just get that ball in behind to his wide players. Begovic has taken out Sane. Begovic has got booked. And it's a penalty within 3 minutes to him. Fantastic, boys. How very exciting. He's looking right. I think he's going to go top right. And he went down the middle. Okay, well, it's a tremendous start. Willock bringing the ball forward, trying to take his man on, and I am going to struggle against that Sildilia because he's not a bad little card, but Willock does take it past him and then gets shrugged off far too easily by Hummels. Great tackle there from Aroha, who's going to try and bring this forward now. Can I bring it inside? Can we get it all the way across to Smith? We do. Bit of rotation needed here. Dazelle, lovely stuff. Paul Smith tries to play it through to Armstrong, but we weren't quite lucky enough to get it to go all the way there. That is such a shame. Good interception there from Dazelle. Dazelle plays a lovely ball through. Sinclair Armstrong. This could be the chance here. Armstrong. Oh, the 59 shooting, boys. Oh, Littman on the ball. Werner ahead of him. Begovic, though, with a great save there. Needed to be on a high alert to keep that one out, and he was, thankfully. Ball's going to be whipped in. Armstrong did not outclimb Kanate because Kanate is a big boy. Dazelle inside here to Armstrong. Armstrong's just going to keep hold of it. He's going to run at Kanate, which is, I don't think any human being wants to do that. Look at the bloody size of him. Oh, Timo Werner's through. He's not offside either. He's far too quick to be caught out by that offside trap. Begovic has absolutely taken him out. And it's 2-0, boys. I've said it once. I'll say it again. This is going to be one of the toughest like RTG style series you will see on YouTube, in my opinion. You know, if I was Tex, maybe it wouldn't seem as difficult. Boys, I'm not Tex. I'm an absolute fraud. And this series is just proving to be more and more difficult every time we play it. Dazelle going to try and bring this forward. Look at the space now for Paul Smith. He's rapid. Kanate, you're a big boy, but Paul Smith is very quick. There's no one in the middle. Oh, Roja came in late. Chrissy Willock with the strike. It's another good block. Dazelle doesn't quite win the head ahead of Madison there. Oh, boys, that was unlucky. That's our best chance. That and the chance we actually had with Armstrong, where his shooting just wasn't good enough. But Paul Smith now, a little ball roll. Oh, okay. I didn't actually do the ball roll. I asked for it, but it didn't happen. We're going to find Willock. Boys, the shooting is causing us all levels of problems. As soon as we get some chem styles and some upgrades on some of these cards, we'll be laughing. Just look at how good Aurora has been since we've upgraded him. That is the prime example of more evolutions being needed. Please, EA, for the love of all that's holy, hurry up bringing out these evolutions, please. Paul Smith is going to try and just get away here from Robertson. Robertson does a pretty good job of keeping up with him, though. Going to look back here, finds Aurora. Oh, really good tackle there from Kimmich. That was slightly poor timing from me. I didn't really maybe react quick enough to what was happening in front of me, but it was a very good tackle from Kimmich, it has to be said. Aurora, really nice there to take it past one man. He's going to have to try and take it past another, and is going to be somewhat successful. Finds a ball inside to Field here. Field is just going to have to run at the defence. He's going to just about ride the tackle and keep it. Kanate absolutely takes him out. We're going to in here to Armstrong, who didn't do the ball roll that I asked for. Smith down to Aurora. Oh, I've tried to find the extra man. I've tried to find the space for Willock, and it wasn't there, boys. I'm creating chances, but I do think it's the quality of my players are making me have to maybe either overwork like a chance into something slightly easier, or I'm asking too much of them in shots that should be okay for like 80 plus rated cards. Can we have one more chance here before the halftime break? Aurora takes it past Sildilia. Going to look up and find Chrissy Willock. He's got Hummels to try and take on. Hummels now not the quickest, not the most scary centre-back. The inform, though, is obviously a little bit nicer than the base gold. But Armstrong takes it past one, takes it past two, and Coble makes a fantastic save. That there is the best chance we have had this half. And we've had some half-decent chances. That's straight at Coble. That was really stupid. I thought there was going to be a little bit more curve to it, but Aussie apparently hasn't got much curve on his old corners. But that is a real good chance. And just like this, it could actually be really problematic. Well done there, Aurora, who, again, as I said before, has been really good. Aurora up here to Armstrong. Armstrong's going to try and find Smith, but Kanate is just a big boy and is causing us so many problems. Field up to Smith. Smith going to try turn. Lovely stuff there. Hummels, although he's not quick, didn't have to be to get ahead of Armstrong there, because that was a little bit heavy on the old pass. But it's, I think, 2-0 to our opponent. It's been relatively close, all things considered. We've created enough chances that we could have got ourselves back into this. Field has actually been really quite good. I think I'm going to keep Field on and take off Dazelle and bring on Leroy Fer. I think, again, just that addition of like a solid gold player could hopefully really bring something into this. I do like Dazelle. I think his card is quite good. And I would argue his card, in all honesty, is better than Field's. But Field has actually felt really good in this game. He's made some good tackles. And he's also carried the ball forward quite well, considering he's got like 58 pace and probably not much different in the old dribbling department. He's actually been really effective. So fingers crossed I don't regret taking off Dazelle, who you would argue is probably the more suitable centre mid over a DM, but fingers crossed it ends up being just good having Leroy Fer on. I've also given Aussie so much work to do there that he was just never going to be able to achieve. And now a sweaty chance here, but Clark Salter gets it away. Leroy Fer, there we go. First involvement for Fer in this series, because he hasn't really obviously had a chance to come on and do anything. But it's unfortunate the pass didn't pay out. Sané in acres of space out here. Aussie's got to try and come across to him. I think Begovic was the person who ended up getting that away. I don't think it was the defender. I think Begovic got a palm to it instead of my centre-back getting ahead to it. Jake Clark-Salter is not going to get there ahead of Werner, sadly. But him and Aussie hopefully can do well enough to keep the pass from coming into the box. They can't. Littmanen in space. Jimmy Dunn. Well done, mate. Come on, boys. If we can just keep a clean sheet in the second half, I guess. I was going to say a clean sheet, but it is 2-0. Then maybe, just maybe, we can create a chance for ourselves. And I'm not saying we're going to come back and win this. What I am saying is that we can maybe just cause enough of a problem that we can bag a goal for us and make it look a little bit more respectable. Kanate is just so physical, man. Armstrong is struggling every time Kanate is closing him down, just because Kanate is so strong. And he's just obviously a lot more physical than Armstrong, who's now got the ball. Left strike finish, couldn't quite find the back of the net. Smith then offside. We're creating chances, we're just not finding the back of the net. Fur with a great tackle there, nice and high up the pitch, gets the ball into Willock. Willock's going to find Armstrong, who's behind the defenders. Kind of wanted that pass to be ahead of them for him to run onto, but it wasn't to be. Paul Smith up against Robertson here. He's got the pace on him for sure. He's got a little bit lucky there as it's bounced off of Robertson's heel. But Willock, lovely 1-2 with Armstrong. Oh, Hummels gets in. He just gets the ball first, and he needed to, because otherwise that is a foul, and that probably would have been a red if he didn't get the ball there. Chrissy Willock now on the ball. Going to have to look back and find Powell. About 10 minutes on the clock, boys. So although a comeback is very, very unlikely, especially if I waste chances like that, with how we're playing, we should be able to create a chance or two here. And we do get a goal. Armstrong is going to make it 23 goals in as many games. Yes, it's sweaty. And no, I don't apologise. But a really nice bit of play in the end there to get that goal. I think actually here I am going to bring on Ilias. I know his card on paper is nowhere near as good as Willock's. But I think the fresh legs... Wait, have I not been playing my tactics this whole time? Please tell me I've been playing my custom tactics this whole time. Otherwise, I have been. That was just really weird that it wasn't showing it there. Doesn't matter. Regardless, boys, it's 2-1. Like I say, the comeback, I feel like, is a big ask, especially, I was going to say, if he just walks through as with Littmanen. But it's not impossible, and getting a goal when we've got it does really help give us a chance, maybe. But also, it's a goal for Armstrong. Puts him one nearer that chem style. Oh, easy bit of play here. Martinelli through. Jimmy Dunn with a really good block. 8 or so minutes on the clock here. It's not over till it's over, boys. Kanate, such a big git. Look at him, man. He's so bloody wham. Not too long on the clock here, but enough time to, if we can keep hold of this and be smart with the ball, just maybe we can create something. Ilias Chair is crowded out there from Hummels, and that could be all she wrote. All he's really got to do is find a smart pass or just a smart run. Didn't find either there. I don't know how much added time there is because it's not telling me in the top left. It must have just been a minute. Ah, it's unfortunate, boys. It's a 2-1. We gave it our best. We gave it our all, but it wasn't quite to be, lads. A good effort overall. Chances wasted. You could argue that we had enough chances to win the game, but it wasn't enough there. I'm just curious to see if there were any chances. So like the miss here from Armstrong where he's hit it across the goal. It really, you'd like to think you find the top corner there and it's a goal. Kobel didn't even dive for it. We had some good... You can see Begovic, 3 highlights here. Willock with a lovely chance as well. This one here was a really good save from Kobel, if it's the chance I'm thinking of. Oh, no, he hit this one wide. That was the one that was wide. It was Armstrong that hit that chance straight at Kobel, or sort of went for that top corner after I took 2 players out of it. But Div 6 with this team is proving problematic. I know we need wins. Obviously, a win today and we can bring Kelly onto the bench. And imagine bringing on Chloe Kelly instead of Chair in that scenario. Just that extra pace, someone with a little bit more shooting. And it could have been a different story in the last couple of chances. But, boys, a win would be huge. But 2 goals with Sinclair Armstrong in this game. If we can bag a brace with Armstrong, that would be absolutely monumental, in my opinion. Because, again, just those couple of chances we're missing, we just find the back of the net with those. And it's a different game. But Allison is not who I wanted to see coming up against here. Talisca, fair play to you. Werner as well. He's doing some evolutions because he's not got a finished Werner or a finished Joe Gomez there. So I don't know which one he's prioritising. I also just hiccuped. You're very welcome if you heard it. But let's go, boys. Let's take him on. Come on, the Armstrong Army. Let's try and back ourselves for a win. And can our glorious Mr. Sinclair Armstrong maybe bag a brace as well? That would be quite nice. But Armstrong's going to bring this run inside here as Smith played it to him. That's unfortunate. Good tackle in the end from Joe Gomez. Madison, edge of the box, not where we want him. Or Talisca, don't want either of them. Well, to be honest, we don't want anyone with space on the edge of the box because it's probably going to be problematic regardless of who it is. It could be their centre-backs and it could be a problem. Oh, losing the ball in a really bad spot there. Clark Salter has given Jimmy Dunn a lot to do, but Jimmy Dunn did enough there without drawing a foul. Fair play to him. That could have been given as a foul, and I wouldn't have been overly surprised. But Jimmy Dunn did enough to stop that attack, and that probably would have been a real good chance of 1-0. 1-on-1 through with Werner. No, thank you. Aurora brings this forward. Lovely, lovely play into Armstrong. Smith back inside. Oh, it wasn't even Smith. I think it was Dizelle who was on it initially. But Armstrong's going to try and bring it inside himself. But there's just no room there. And it's a wasted pass in the end. I need Armstrong in the middle. Oh, this is bad. Clark Salter and done combined. I don't think their pace could catch him. I take it back. Clark Salter's done it, mate. Lovely tackle indeed. It does go out for a corner, and corners obviously are problematic because corners can be pretty effective if you get them right. Thankfully, he didn't that time. Oh, my word. I don't know whether I'll keep the pass in that Clark Salter played there, but it's absolutely ridiculous that my players, because they're like, you know, 70 rated, apparently just cannot make a 6-yard pass. It's ridiculous. Field. First time off to Aroha here. Aroha up to Smith. Willock finds Armstrong. Armstrong with the space. Allison doesn't get to it, and Sinclair Armstrong bags his 24th goal of the series. Absolutely things you love to see. Fingers crossed now that we can A, keep this lead, but B, find one more goal with Sinclair Armstrong, because I think we all know that I'm putting a hunter card on him. That is the chem style I'm going for here. So I keep saying the chem upgrade. It's basically going to be a hunter upgrade. I think there's no hiding that that was inevitably what I was going to put onto him. But boys, this could be absolutely huge for the series. I reckon we start picking up a few more chances if Armstrong's that little bit quicker and that little bit more clinical. But the main thing here is keep the lead as well. A win would be huge because, again, imagine Chloe Kelly coming onto that bench. That would be massive. Got to be careful here. Good chance on the outside for him. He's absolutely done Jimmy Dunn there. Jimmy Dunn, honestly, mate. Oh, I'll give you the afternoon off, lad. Oh, he's missed it, but I don't think he's going to miss the follow-up. Oh, he's not taken the shot, but it's gone back to Sane. Inside to Werner, Kenneth Powell, Jake Clark-Salter. I'm not entirely sure how we've not conceded there, but we haven't. We will not count our chickens before they've hatched, but boy, am I glad those chickens are okay. That's the main thing here. Paul Smith got his player to run up against, and oh, it's a good tackle from Catley there. I maybe could have done a bit more there, but good defence. Aussie Kaka with a lot to work to do here. He's had to really come back and do a job, and he's done that job really well. Armstrong picks up the loose ball as it's worked forward, and we have a chance to try and bring this forward. I don't really want Armstrong, but oh, Tom, what am I doing? Aussie Kaka really well stepped in there against Alex St. Maximin. Did a real good job. Paul Smith keeps it on the pitch. Just lovely ball inside to Dazelle. Armstrong, I think, was just on the shoulder of the centre back there, stayed onside, and he did. But it wasn't the best pass. This doesn't look great. Werner running up against Clark Salter. Field is back, though. Does a really good job and stops Werner from really bringing it forward, and then gets a really good tackle in as well. And Aroha now going to try and bring this forward. Beats the first man. Can he beat the right back? No, he can't. She stepped in really well, but she's also giving it straight back to him. Willock, lovely turn. Oh, ref, you can't call it there. Referee, you absolute scammer. That's outrageous. I was just playing a dink through ball over the top for Armstrong, and I think he'd have got onto it as well. That's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Field the shield again, been fantastic. Leroy Fer, as we know, will come on for the second half. And it's all to win here, boys. It's ours to lose at this point. Keep that clean sheet. If the defenders can just have another 45 minutes like that, maybe just get out that one or two little mistakes we've had that led to chances for them. But, boys, if we can just have another 45 like that, another goal would be huge. I'll tell you that for free. And I reckon if we get a clean sheet, we can consider a chem style on a defender. I think that's fair. A clean sheet, and we're allowed to do that. I know I'm talking here as they're on the attack, and it will be a commentator's curse if I concede right now, and I will be slightly mad at myself. But I think that can be something that we can all agree on down the line, even if it doesn't happen right now, because I'm an idiot. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to shut up. For God's sake, Tom, you complete spanner. Paul Smith on the ball here. Good little footwork to keep hold of that. Really nice there. And Leroy Fer is going to look out and find Kenneth Powell in acres of space. He's going to nice little ball roll. Going to look down and find another pass into Fer. Smith onto Armstrong. Armstrong with the strike. It's just wide of the post. Wrong side of it. I think Allison might have had it covered, but it would be nice to find out by having the chances on target. This guy is getting the ball to St. Maximin and then just dribbling non-stop until he can do like a skilled beating of our player. I'm not sure what he tried there, but he's happy to do that every time. That right there should be 2-1. I'm really not sure what he tried to do, but it didn't work. Oh, this is problematic. Taliska's clean through. Oh, I thought he was going to turn Begovic with a good save. Thankfully, it works his way just over the bar. That could have been awful to have conceded that. I'd have been slightly fuming. He's going to flip it out to the outside there. Thankfully, we get it away. Aroha with maybe a chance to run at them. No, I've run into them instead. Paul Smith on the ball, plays it in to Sinclair Armstrong. Simple ball roll. I'm going to try and keep it alive here. Not quite the pass I wanted from Fer. I wanted it down to Smith, but Fer keeps it into Willock. Willock is going to keep hold of that, and it's another sweaty goal. But boys, it's goal 25 for that man, Sinclair Armstrong. Absolutely things you love to see, lads. We've regained the lead as well, which is absolutely huge. But goal 25 for Sinclair Armstrong. Could that be the most significant goal in the series so far? Quite possibly, but Chrissy Willock going to look down. Sinclair Armstrong, it's a scuffed shot, boys. It's an absolutely abysmal effort on target. A hat-trick would have been amazing, and I'm really sorry, but I would have celebrated purely to get the thumbnail. You're very welcome. Aroha brings this forward now. Going to find that lovely ball into Willock, who's going to turn. Willock is going to look up and see the run there from Aroha, who's going to play the fake shot. I maybe should have actually just hit it and hoped that Allison maybe pushed it into an area, but oh, it was unfortunate there. Really nice play. Willock is really starting to get involved. I've got to be so careful here because the little simple passes between his attackers are just so problematic. He's going to try and find Talisca again. Pulls it onto his left. Oh, I don't want to let him shoot because if he shoots, it's probably a goal. Well done, Leroy Fer. Talisca tries it eventually, but thankfully we had everyone and their nan back to defend. Come on, lads. Let's try and stop this attack nice and early. Don't let them get it into the box, because if they get it into the box, again, they kind of just mess around with it. But every time it is very stressful to defend. Full transparency, I don't enjoy defending against this guy at all, because he's very good at just keep ball. He's good at just getting a ball to a player and going, right, this player is going to have the ball for a prolonged period of time. Like this with St. Maximin, but Leroy Fer, go on, lad. Jake Clark-Salter, I can't afford to drag him too far out wide. Does so well at winning that. And then the ball is, I don't know what's happened there, but thankfully we keep hold of it. There's only a few minutes left. I'll let you guys stay with me here to see this game out, whatever the outcome is. But as you can see, I'm not someone that's just going to pass it around the back. We take it forward as much as we can. We keep attacking. We get it across here to Leroy Fer with the Trivela, and Leroy Fer bags his first goal of the series. So happy with that. It's a beautiful finish. And just like that, boys, a good chance to secure, I think, only our third win in the entire series so far, which is absolutely enormous. But that is, honestly, it just goes to show the difference of having gold players. I really hope that there is a prime example of a player with not much shooting, but just happens to be gold, that bags a beauty of a finish compared to a bronze with almost the same amount of shooting, or a silver, I should say, with the same amount of shooting, that can't get a shot on target. But boys, this has by far been one of our biggest episodes in regards to progression. Absolutely huge. I'm over the moon with that, boys. Things you love to see. I did not expect to come away with a win today, but we did it, lads. It's huge. And we have, obviously, again, like I say, one of our most significant moments of the series, in my opinion, coming up. Well, a truly fantastic moment here for the series, for the episode, for everything. First of all, a win, which means Chloe Kelly works her way onto the bench, which is things you love to see. So now we've got 4 options off the bench. Obviously, I could go and buy more QPR players and chuck them on the bench if I want to. I just haven't really done that. I've just not really seen it fit to do so. But boys, it has to be said, 25 goals in 24 games, all in Div Rivals with Sinclair Armstrong, is absolutely incredible. But let's go ahead and chuck that Hunter Chem style onto him. Things you well and truly love to see. He's now sat with 89 pace, with 90 sprint speed and 87 acceleration. Fantastic stuff here. And the main thing for me, plus 12 to the finishing, okay? Sorry, not plus 12, plus 8. Plus 12 would be lovely. Plus 8 to the finishing, which is just chef's kiss, boys. 64 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big difference, lads. It's a big difference. So it really does make a difference having now. I think it works out at roughly 64 shooting. It might be actually that it goes a little bit higher, but regardless, I'm very happy. Huge boost to Armstrong. Oh, and thank the Lord we found it. Let me know, guys, if there's any players that you think in either both games or in that win in particular that are deserving of a chem boost, to get a chem star put onto them for their performances today. For me personally, the standout performance would be pretty much the entire back line. And I think Chrissy Willock was particularly good today as well. So I think any of the back line or Willock potentially getting that chem boost, I think would be justified. But let me know down below. And please do leave a like on the video if you're enjoying this series. Like I say, I think one of the hardest RTGs you're going to find on this platform. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you do, leave a like. Supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to watch our live streams, Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link down below along with my TikTok and my Twitter. Feel free to check them out. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you very soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands. Take care.